Welcome to the webinar. In this video, we're going to discuss how to manage all your reading with Google Reader. Now, some of you may be familiar with Google Reader, some of you might not be. Regardless of whether you're a beginner or an advanced user with Google Reader, I think you'll find this video helpful. So I'm going to discuss the basics very quickly. For those of you that aren't familiar, and for those that aren't familiar, I'm going to show you how I use my Google Reader to get through a lot of information very, very quickly when I'm reading on the computer screen. So for those of you that are not familiar, you've probably seen this button somewhere online. This is an RSS button. What Google Reader allows you to do is keep all your reading in one place, and it does it through RSS feeds. RSS stands for really simple syndication. You don't need to really memorize that. What you do need to know is how to use these to your advantage. So if you have a lot of reading that you do online and you go to a lot of different websites and blogs to get your maybe their news sites, blogs, places that post every day, places that post once a week or twice a week, you can keep it all in one place. So I want to show you how that works. Let's say we're on a website. This is a technology website that I like to keep track of for tech news. Real Clear Technology, and they basically link to other tech stories out there like TechCrunch, PC Magazine, Macworld, Wired. What you can do, let's say I go to this website every single day. Why do I go here every day? Because every single day they have a new digest of information for Wednesday, and you can see Tuesdays over here. But I don't like going to this website every day, and sometimes you'll go to other websites too. You might go to TechCrunch.com, right? And maybe you go to other places for your news. Whatever it is, you can minimize the effort that you exert on these activities by just using Google Reader. So instead of going to these websites over and over, I just go to Google Reader, google.com/reader. Now, you'll see a lot of information in mine right now because I've already subscribed to feeds. But initially, if you're just using this, your Google Reader is essentially empty. How do you add a website here? You simply click subscribe and you can enter the website there. So remember I showed you Real Clear Technology. I can just type realcleartechnology.com and it is going to add that feed to my Google Reader account. So you see it's down here and it shows me all the latest articles right here. And if I want to read them, I can click on them to open it up and read them. And actually, I have a technology folder. You can organize your Google Reader into folders. So it's very easy to add something to a folder. Here's my Real Clear Technology feed. I click on this little arrow on the side here. That opens up this. And I can just add this to Technology Web. That's my folder, or I can create a folder. And now it's going to show up in my technology folder. So you see my technology folder right here has a number of, it has over 10 websites that I'm keeping track of. If I want to read tech news, all I got to do, I don't have to visit all 15 of these sites. I just click on my tech folder and I can read these articles right here if I want. Just click on it and I can read it right over here. I can read any article that I want all in this one spot right here. It'll also show videos for you. Now remember I showed you earlier an application called Pocket. Now, if you install Pocket, it's a read it later style application. It shows a little button right here if you're using Google Chrome. But what it'll also do is it'll install a little button in your Google Reader account. So if I want to read an article later, I can simply just click here, click here, click here. Makes it very, very easy to save something for later. And then when I'm done with all this, let's say I can just say mark all items as read. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just scan headlines. I usually like to check my Google Reader 2 times during the day. Once to just go over headlines and check off what I want to read later. Now, if there's something that I absolutely have to read right at that moment, I'll read it right then and there. But a lot of times I use my Google Reader to check at 2 different times during the day. The first time is to kind of filter out all of the information that headlines, look at what do I actually want to read later on. I save them to my Pocket account, and then later I can go to getpocket.com and I can see those articles right here that I saved from my Google Reader account. I hope that makes sense. And this is an easy way to manage a lot of information in one place. You can see I have a folder for education that has a number of feeds in it. I have another folder for technology that has a lot of feeds in it. I have another folder for productivity that has a lot of feeds in it. and I can keep track of all of this placed in one spot. I can click on all items, and you see how it says 47 unread items? It just means basically headlines that I haven't read yet. I'm obviously not going to read every single one of these articles, but this is a great way. I think of it like a funnel, where I can capture over 100 different websites. I definitely have over 100 sites in my Google Reader account and have them all sent into one place. So it helps me manage this overload of information that's really out there when we're dealing with online reading. There's so much information out there, you're never going to get through it all. So we need a good way to manage it. And Google Reader is one of the best ways to manage it. The other reason, I know there's other RSS readers out there. The reason why I recommend Google Reader, I think it's one of the better ones in my opinion. And also, a lot of people already have a Gmail account, so it's one less password that you have to remember. So check out Google Reader when you get a chance. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at paul@irisreading.com. Or if you have any tips or techniques or applications that you use, reading tools that you use to help yourself get through information faster online, I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.